Now, once you go against that seat, the seat fights you. The person on the seat may be quiet, but the authority that has been vested in him by who gave it to him will fight you.
Which is why you really shouldn't marry an idiot.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
for the choice, definitely you have to work hard. But you see, things again do not remain static in marriage. You could have had a fine guy, his job was good, everything was okay, until some wind blew. And then he lost it. And then now he had to stay at home or resort to something a little bit lower than what he used to have. Now the woman, you are high flying. You have promotions, you have gone high. What happens? Do we exchange headship just because at that point he's at a low point? No.
If we don't let Esinam speak.
I'm not saying. No, because I don't get it. And maybe I will never get it. What I know and what I believe, I guess that is what I am holding to my chest. And that is
your trust.
Whoever has more gives more. Between the two of you, you have more time, you give more time. You have more money, you give more money. And there is no position of leadership. I don't believe that there should be a position of leadership between two people who have decided to be together. I don't think so. I think that there should be two people who are equal partners. Because again, I don't think that having a male sex organ or having makes the person superior to me. I don't think so. I don't think that someone hates me because of their gender. I think that I am willing to open myself to have a partnership with someone, let the person into my life, support the person as much as I can. They also support me as much as they can. And all the benefits she was talking about, I think that can be there without the headship. You can have somebody whose spirit is backing you and supporting you without them being your head. You can have someone who is supportive, who is your peace, who is... you don't need a position to love your wife. You don't need a headship to support your husband. Nobody needs to be lord over anybody. I'm taking away the power dynamic in the relationship, and I'm just leaving two people who love themselves. Whoever leads in specific situation is whoever has the resources to in that particular moment. I don't think that there should be a power structure between two people. When there is a family, obviously the parents head the children, so the two parents lead the children. And in fact, you'd realize that mostly because children spend a lot of time with their mothers, they are shaped by their mothers' ideals, values, and systems. It's basically what's translated to the children most of the time. Would we then say that the woman is the head in that instance because she has more time to spend with the children? No, in that particular moment, it is the mother and her children, a father and his children. It doesn't really, that in that way there can be a power dynamic because there's somebody who is older who is supposed to mold and take care of another person. Unless we are saying that when a man comes into the woman's life, the woman then becomes a child, and then the man has to take care of her, be her lord sort of, and like treat it like a parent-child dynamic. That is also different from a man and his wife. Really, I don't. Maybe like I said, I would never get it.
I think that you are actually communicating your points very clearly. I don't think that you're not. And so then let me ask you for, based on what Esinam is saying, the submission thing, is it purely a power dynamic? Because if you take the power dynamic out, then what is the essence?
The submission thing is not really about power dynamics. Because when they say you are submitting to your husband, sometimes it's about the way you talk to him.
But why does that have to be called submission if you are raised to be a polite, respectful person?
I'm saying that it's part of it.
No, I'm not on your side. I'm just asking the question.
Yes, no, but you're asking my questions.
And
you just have to be a good human being.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically.
Repeat question.
we said that if there's no power dynamic, then what is the point? Then you were talking about the fact that
it's not really,
sometimes the way you speak.
It's not really about power dynamics here. I mean, I love to be taken care of. Yes, I'm a woman, I work and all that, but I'm happy when my husband is taking care of me and is in charge and all that. It doesn't mean that I'm a lesser human being than he is. You understand? So when they say submission, the part of it is, hey, trust the man you went in for, and trust that God has given you to him for him to nurture you, take care of you, and bring the best out of you. Sometimes on your own, you think that you really understand yourself and you can get where you want to get. But
I want to ask you a question, please.
Yes.
They take care of you, no? Let's talk about it realistically, in terms of realistic terms of taking care of you. No, it's not even money. Because when you look at any average home, man, woman, the woman does a lot more of the taking care of. Making sure there's food, taking care of the children. He has forgotten where his socks are. He doesn't know where the car keys are. My back is paining me. My knee is paining me. My head is paining me. I can't function. Where's my briefcase? I can't find my laptop.
Sarah,
I don't remember my password. So if you're talking about taking care of,
I mean, having a listening ear. You've gone to work. You've had a hard day.
but does that need submission?
No, I mean it's part of the whole thing. If you don't respect your husband, do you think you have an ear for you? He doesn't. I mean, he will not be able to listen, have the time, not the time, but the heart to even listen to you. Okay?
But should you respect him out of submission? What I'm trying to really like.
Is it the word submission that is a problem here?
Remove from it is.
Then let's find a synonym for it.
No. It's for me. It's not a problem. But obviously, we have to be fair in the conversation. So what I'm trying to do is really filter down to what submission actually is, because and what makes it exclusive in its submission, because there's taking care of, there's respect. You can do all those things without being submitted to necessarily. So my question, the submitted to, no, what does it mean? It means that what?
Now I'm even confused about what submission means. Yeah, because if you are submitting, it doesn't mean that the whole also.
So what does it mean?
When you go to the salon, right? There are so many hairstylists there, but you have somebody you trust that when you call Honoma or be meeting you go there or sit in you trust that I won't tell you what you say. Put your head in the sand, you do that. I mean, you trust the person and you believe that by the time you leave the salon, you would have something good on your head. Okay, it doesn't mean that the person is your boss, does it?
No,
it doesn't. Submission is everywhere. It's everywhere, at the workplace, at the market, everywhere. Even coming to Joy, we have to use an access control. If you say that you won't use the access control now, you cannot enter. So it's like a sort of a net principle, but it's something that comes with marriage. Also, if it's the word submission as a problem, we can take the word submission aside and maybe use other synonyms.
If what I'm saying is,
if you don't